Good morning, everybody. This is the ADHD teacher coming at you yet again. I am at the Orlando Science Center this morning. Some days it's really good to be a teacher. You get signed up for certain workshops and everything, and the workshop that I'm signed up for today is called the Makey Makey Workshop. We're looking at eventually putting together a maker space at the school where I teach, and I've been signed up for this workshop. And what's neat about it is that we're going to get an electronics kit where you can basically hook it up to your computer and make it do all sorts of really neat techie things. I guess I get to take it home with me when I leave, so I'm kind of excited about that. So throughout the day I'll be taking pictures and videos, and I'll stitch it all together, and you guys will get a chance to see some of the cool things that I get to do as a teacher. Alright, so I've got my Makey Makey here, so I'm going to do a little unboxing video here for my Makey. Yeah, I'm doing this for my YouTube channel, so it's okay. You can talk. I've made some friends at my table apparently, so it comes out of the box here, and then apparently we've got some little stickers that I guess you can make it pretty. Maybe add some controls to different pages. Our little instruction manual, which comes with quite a bit of details, and then the key component here is our actual Makey Makey circuit board. So I'll go ahead and hold that up here, so you can see it's got the directional buttons, and then it's got the mouse click buttons here, and then when you flip it over, I guess you can attach certain wires to basically do some programming so that it will basically do whatever it is you're telling it to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the bag. Maybe if I can figure out how to I can figure out how to make the Makey Makey work, but I can't figure out how to put it back in the bag. And then of course you've got your USB cord that will plug it into the computer to basically make it work. And then we've got all our leads, and these are going to be what we're going to be attaching. They have little alligator clips on them, and you can attach those to different things to make the Makey Makey work. So that's the Makey Makey device. We're using the little Makey Makey keyboards here, and we're going to be making a drawing, because you can actually the drawing will conduct electricity, and you can connect your Makey to it and actually make it play the piano, or use it as a controller for a keyboard, or you can use it for a myriad of different uses. As long as it conducts electricity and you can make a closed circuit, you can make it do anything that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing right now. I'll show you what my drawing is here when I'm done, and I'll show you how the keyboard works once I'm finished. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just making a controller. So I'm just trying to figure out what the best hand placement is, so it'll be easy. I've got small stubby hands here, so got to figure out what the best hand placement is for all of my keys. And I see my wife has logged in, so good morning to you as well. I understand. So you can see I put my little dots here, and each one is where my fingers are going to be able to go for the keys. And what I've got to do is each of those little dots that you saw, I've got to connect to the edge of the page so that it'll conduct electricity. basically closing the circuit. It's okay. I'm bumping into my partners here. Alright, so it doesn't look like much right now, but this is my controller. Okay, this is going to be where my ground wire is going to hook up, and then these are going to be basically my keys, and then this will be my alternate button as well for probably my space bar or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and start connecting things, and I'll show you what the connections look like when I'm done here. Connecting all my different leads here, and trying to make my connections. We'll see how well I've done once I start trying to play my piano. I'm trying to put this in some sort of order so that it makes sense to me, because if it's all kind of random, then I'm not going to know what any of it means. Okay, so got one more lead here. Okay.
Everybody doing okay? No. Okay, over. Which wire? I think I failed.
All right, so this is what it looks like here. We'll see if it works. I'm going to go ahead and hook up my keys, and we'll go ahead and show you the piano. So there's the piano, and if you do it right, if I did it right, it'll start making noise like that. So we'll go ahead and see. We'll go ahead and do my. I'm going to flip my camera around here. So I've got my hand down here. That's my ground. Okay, so I got to make sure I'm grounded. Okay, and I don't seem to be making any noise yet, so maybe I'm gonna need to thicken up my ground here. Oh, there we go.
I just realized somebody stole our pencil sharpener. I'll be right back and we grab that so that we can sharpen pencils.
Okay. So it's working. So I don't know if this. I don't think my click here does anything. This one doesn't do anything yet because it's not actually one of the keys on the board. But these all seem to work. So you know, apparently the mad scientist kit that we've got here, it works, and you can see all my connections there. It's a mess. It's pretty representative of my ADHD life. I'm sure some others will be much more organized than mine, but at least that is the proof of concept. So I'll go ahead and sign off now and be back when we do something else that's cool. So. Alright, so the next project that we've been working on is making a switch. So you know, like when you use your say you have a game system and you're using a controller, each of your little buttons, whenever you press that button, it basically closes a circuit, and that button is linked to basically a command within the computer system. So what we're using here with these the Makey Makey circuit boards basically is a smaller version of that. It's not quite as complex, but it's basically the same concepts. So what they've given us is foil tape, which I've already taped down, and some cardboard. So you get 2 pieces of cardboard with the foil tape on it. And basically what's going to happen is we're going to make a switch that's going to connect basically make a connection in the circuit. So when you push these together, the metal is going to touch, and then each of these metal sides is going to be connected to one of the wires, and that's going to make a connection, and then that connection can be linked to a command. So basically we're creating a cheaper version of your PlayStation or your Xbox controllers. So basically what we're doing, like I said, we've got the cardboard, we've got the metal tape, and then they've given us some foam to kind of separate the circuit so that it stays open. And these don't conduct electricity, so you can put them between the metal and they won't conduct electricity. So basically sandwich them together. They said it's kind of like making a s'more. You got your little marshmallows and you got your graham crackers here, and you place that over, so it's going to go ahead and leave a space between your metal. And then take a rubber band, and this is just to keep it together, so that when you're using it, it won't fall apart. But as you can see, there's a little gap in between the pieces of cardboard with the metal. So if I squeeze it, I can make the metal connect, which is going to in turn close my circuit. So basically, I take my my ground wire and place it on the bottom here, making sure that it's connecting with the metal. So the ground on the bottom because it's on the ground, and then we're going to take our this wire links to the space button port on our maker space, on our Makey Makey device. So then I connect that to the top part here, and then basically when I click these together, it's going to close the circuit, and there's games that you can play based on this. So it's basically, I've just created a button here. So I've got the Flabby Physics open right now on my computer, and it's the button is, so every time I press the button here, you'll see that it's doing something, and so I can make that little ball bounce and everything, because every time I push the button it flips it around. So there, I got the star. So as you can see, basically I've made this little switch that works with my Makey Makey device, and I'm able to control my computer with it. Kind of neat. All right, so we've been working on our project for the Makey Makey circuit board, and we've come up with you don't mind being on YouTube, right? Okay. So what we've done is we've solved the problem of is it your son or her stepson has some trouble with some sight words, and when he was working on his sight words, he asked to ask mom how to say them. So what we've done is we've created a device that's going to have the sight words there, but then if he's not sure how to say it, all he has to do is press on the word, and it will say it'll actually say the word so he can hear it. So mom doesn't have to stop doing the dishes or making dinner or whatever she's doing at that point in time to make it work. So we've got our coding set up here in Scratch, and we've got our board here, and so when we press the word should, you can see it lights up there. Okay, and I don't know if you can hear that, but it just said the word should. Okay, and it broke it down into its word parts so that it was actually sounded out for her son. So we'll do it one more time, and you can see with the word where. Okay, and that just said the word where. So our device works. It's connected with our little Makey Makey device, and we just did some basic coding, and now we've got a sight word machine.